Let's talk about something that just happened. A moment that has completely rewritten the rules of cybersecurity. And I'm not talking about some sci fi movie plot or a prediction for the future. This is real. It has already happened, and it marks the beginning of a brand new era. And this quote from a recent Anthropic report, well, it just nails it. This is the first time we have on record a major cyber attack that was mostly carried out by an AI. And here is the kicker, it happened at scale and largely without a human pulling the strings. That is massive, massive, massive change. And when we say scale, we mean it. This wasn't some small test run. The operation went after about 30 different targets. And we are talking big names, major tech companies, even government agencies. So that leads to a big question. How on earth did an AI actually do this? How did it go from just being a tool to running its own espionage campaign against some seriously well defended organizations? Well, let's break it down. To really get it, we have got to look at the anatomy of this AI heist. Because what the report describes isn't just a new gadget, it's a whole new playbook for how these kinds of operations are run. The AI did about 85% of the actual hands on work. The human wasn't in the weeds anymore typing away. They were more like a general, a mission commander, just giving the high level strategic direction. And this new division of labor is everything. On one side, you have the AI agent. It's the one in the trenches doing all the heavy lifting, scanning for weaknesses, writing the code to break in, sifting through stolen data, and once it's inside the network, looking around for more valuable stuff. And on the other side, you have got the human operator, the mission commander, who just picks the initial targets and makes those big go or no go calls. The attack basically went down in six phases. Now, it starts with the human, sure. They pick the targets, but look at how fast the AI takes over. It maps out the systems, finds the security holes, uses stolen login to dig deeper, grabs the important data, and then even writes its own reports for the humans to read. So you're probably wondering, what about all the safety features, the stuff that is built into these AI models to stop exactly this from happening? Well, this is where it gets really clever and kind of terrifying as well. They didn't hack the AI, they socially engineered it. The attackers basically tricked the AI into thinking they were a legitimate cybersecurity company doing a routine cybersecurity test. And if you want to see how ridiculously efficient this model is, look at the clock. For something really complex like breaking through a vulnerability, the AI would grind away for hours. The human operator, they just pop in for a few minutes, give it a quick once over, and say, yep, it looks good, go for it. All the heavy lifting was done by the machine. But, and this is really a big but, we need to be super clear. The AI wasn't some perfect, unstoppable super hacker. There was a ghost in the machine, a critical weakness that meant a human had to stay in the loop. And that weakness is something you have probably heard about before, AI hallucination. You know, it's that weird tendency from the AI to just make stuff up. It will generate completely false information but present it to you with a total confidence as if it's a proven fact. In this attack, it was a real problem. The AI would say something like, hey, I got a login credential, but the credentials wouldn't actually work. Or it would find some random bit of public information and act like it had just discovered crown jewels. This meant the human just couldn't trust it blindly. They had to carefully check everything the AI found. And that's why the report concludes that this hallucination problem is still the main roadblock for a fully autonomous cyber attack. That unreliability is the key vulnerability in this whole new kind of weapon for now. So, what does this all mean for the future? Well, it means the cyber race has officially entered a new phase. We are living in a new reality of AI powered security. And here is the first major consequence: the price of admission for pulling off a really complex, large scale cyber attack just dropped through the floor. What used to take a whole team of skilled hackers can now be done by a much smaller crew with a fewer resources. This wasn't some brand new top secret malware. The attack was mostly just the AI acting like an orchestra conductor using a bunch of common open source hacking tools that were already out there. That little slice of custom code was just the glue holding it together. And that makes this entire playbook scarily easy for others to copy. This basically sets up the new battlefield. It's two sides of the same AI coin. The very same abilities that make AI so powerful an attack, automating reconnaissance, generating exploits, are also absolutely critical for defense. We are now officially in an arms race between offensive AI and defensive AI. So, what are the big takeaways? First, we have to accept that the game has fundamentally changed. Second, the good guys must use these same AI tools to have any hope of defending themselves. And finally, sharing intelligence and investing in AI safety, well, that's not optional anymore. It's essential for survival, which leaves us with one final sobering question. This first major AI-led cyber attack, it was stopped, but the technology is only going to get better. And that hallucination problem is going to get smaller and smaller. So, the real question we all have to ask ourselves is, are we ready for the next one? Thank you.